Welcome back to another historical horses video, and just like last week, this is another really interesting video and something I never knew. It's one of the most wonderful things about doing all the research into things that have happened in the past that are related to horses or equestrian, finding out stuff I just genuinely had no idea about. And what makes this one this week so interesting is that I have competed at this venue and I didn't know that it was an Olympic venue. So in the 1948 London Olympics, the equestrian eventing discipline, the cross-country part, was held at Tweseldown, and for any eventing fanatic, Tweseldown still runs horse trials to this day, and I've competed there on several occasions, and I never knew that I was jumping around on Olympic turf. And I've also mentioned this to a few friends because I was thinking, how did we not know this? And they were the same, they had no idea. So that's what this week's video is all about. Sadly, I haven't been able to find any real photos of the cross-country course in 1948 at Tweseldown, so it's going to be literally made up of photos that I've taken at being at Tweseldown, this one on the screen currently is, and just photos I found that kind of represent eventing. So summer of 1948, the London Olympics took place. This was actually Britain's first three-day event horse trials. The Olympics were meant to have taken place in 1944, but due to World War II, the Olympics had to take a 12-year break. So 3 years after the end of World War II, the Olympics was back. But because of the war, there were reduced numbers of competitors. The dressage and show jumping elements of the eventing took place at the Command Central Stadium of the military complex Aldershot. The pure show jumping competition actually took place at the Empire Stadium, Wembley, so they had a much more fancy venue. 16 countries took part, and due to the war, eventing requirements were actually reduced due to generally lack of training for everyone. Roads and tracks speed was lowered, steeplechase made shorter, the cross-country was also shortened. Maximum height of the jumps both in the show jumping and cross-country were 115 to 120. Only men competed in the eventing discipline. It was thought at the time that women were too delicate. The course caused its fair share of trouble, with just 10 riders completing it in the set time of 10 minutes. Tweseldown was a well-known racecourse, with its first meeting in 1866. Point-to-point racing ceased here in 2013 due to the lack of funds. You can see from this aerial shot the outline of the racetrack still quite visible. In the centre of this picture is where all the cross-country jumps are. It's a very sandy surface here, so it's great for jumping on all year round. It's believed that when the 10th Duke of Beaufort attended the Olympic three-day event, he was so amazed by the popularity of it that he decided to put on his own horse trials, and that happened to be badminton horse trials. He also wanted to help the competitors in this country to gain that valuable experience going around these bigger events. Sadly, for the 1948 British eventing team, there were no medals won. It's wonderful to think of this old Olympic turf still being used for horse trials today. I think there'll be many more years of hooves pounding this famous ground.